Good evening, everybody. I'm Princess Jerry Cannoli, and next to me is the fabulous Mr. Steve Beery.
Hi,
how are you?
Very good. Thank you.
So Steve has been in business for how many years?
26.
Wow.
26 beautiful years.
26 years is a lot of years to own a bar.
Yeah, you think so?
How has the bar business changed throughout the years? Because I remember making a butt ton of money, and the last time I bartended, I did not make a butt ton of money.
Well, owning a bar is like owning a tree. Every year, certain things, leaves are going to fall off, leaves are going to grow back. Every year, it's going to be different, though. Tree's going to be bigger, ground's going to be softer, rain's going to be more, sunshine's going to be brighter. But every year, the tree's going to remain there. So, right now, I don't know, it's changed so many times over such a long period. I have no idea what's next, but I'll be ready for it.
Okay. So how did you get into the bar business?
Truth be told, I started out as a door guy. I was a kid. I was like 18 years old, and then, graduated from that to the DJ booth, and then graduated from that to the bar. And I've been doing it since, 1979, 80. That's when I got in there. So it's been a pretty good run so far. It's almost 40 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 35 behind the bar.
Yeah.
I call it behind the wood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Back to on the stick.
No, we don't want to go back there anymore. My last run was good. It was, I did it for about a month. I really enjoyed the people. It's not for me. I like my quiet life as a bartender and my show here, and I'm good.
Not me. I want to be back there. I'm not behind there. All the kids now are working behind the bar. I'm not behind the bar anymore, but I would like to seek a shift once in a while. Just got no place to put anybody. I got to kind of bow out, but I would love to be back there.
Why don't you just do one night per month?
Because in order to keep the place running, you got to have a lot of hungry mouths to feed. And we've gone from being, your typical dive bar to being a whole bunch more to a lot of other people. We serve many masters, and we got to accommodate them all. So maybe, like everything else, this dinosaur should move it along and
let the young bucks take over.
Let the new oil take over. So once in a while, it's okay to jump back there and say hello, but not as a regular shift right now.
No. Do you have to fill in a lot? Bartender gets sick, nobody to cover?
Well, fortunately for us, we got a really good crew, and they cover each other real well, and they always have. And here's the way you stay in business for 26. How did you stay in business for 26 years? Here's how: had the greatest staffs in the history of the bar business behind my bar for 26 years. And every time somebody leaves, somebody just as good fills their spot. We have had an absolutely seamless ride for 26 years with some of the guys we've had. Incredible.
What about the nightlife, the bar, the bands that come in?
Well, we still do original music, which is kind of a labor of love in this market. Not a lot of guys do original music anymore. If they do, it's geared towards it's geared towards more cover stuff. So our thing is really, it truly is original stuff. So you can come in and test the waters with us. And we have, again, the reputation that we've built is a fact. The people that come in there that are able to express their musical talent would not have a place to do it anywhere but us. Bottom line.
Yeah, there's a lot of bars that have closed down that were around for a while and everything. They closed. Another one pops up. It doesn't stay open for a long period of time. Then you got these little dive bars. They want to host music, but they don't want to pay the bands and blah, 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 and all that other happy stuff.
You have to... This is a labor of love. You are not going at this point in Long Island. And I'm not saying that's not going to change. And I'm not going to say somebody's going to come up with a really good idea to help the Long Island music scene grow again. But right now, it's definitely a labor of love. If you're not in it because your heart's in it, you're not going to do it. That being said, eventually this comes around. Since I've been 40 years, I've seen it go ebb and flow.
Yeah.
So I have every confidence that soon everyone will be in the shed again, and live music will be a predominant factor.
As soon as the cold weather goes away, it picks up. I've noticed.
Well,
Like
it depends on when the guys my age start addressing the guys that are 22. At this point, we can only go so far with classic rock and roll. I don't know what a guy that's 22 listens to anymore. I know what a guy that's 35 plus listens to. And they've had a 35.
tell you what they listen to at my job, and it's a bunch of crap.
Yeah, but that's not going to help the survival of the music industry for us unless we address those guys that are 22 and start appreciating what they're providing for us.
Yeah, they listen to a lot of that stuff I don't listen to. I can't get into that rap stuff. These kids are playing this music and it's thump, thump, thump. And you hear they're coming in, and I'm in a monster-sized warehouse, and you can hear them pulling up thump, 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 and I'm like, are you kidding me? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. We don't need thump, thump, thump.
Yeah, well, my job now is not to worry about how I feel about it, but how I can address those guys while they're out having a cocktail.
To bring it in and bring business.
Just fine with me if everyone's having a cocktail while they're doing it. So that's, again, part and parcel to the problem here. We, as the guys who are booking guys, haven't addressed those guys and figured out how to navigate 22, 23, 24, 25, when that was at nighttime, the meat of our business. Okay, so that's part and parcel to this problem too. Why wouldn't you stay home and listen to play your video game when everybody that's wanting to sell you a drink has no idea what you like anyway? Okay. It's more of a problem than it appears.
Well, just that alone, not even that alone, but the responsibilities that you have are incredible. You have the licensing, you have this, you have that. What happens if somebody has a fight and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that, so why don't we give them a little taste of what goes on?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, at this particular time, the new guys that are coming up, like anybody that's over 35 has lost the desire to be stupid, and anybody under 35 is from a different time in history than those guys were. They're very mellow. They're very smart. They're aware of their surroundings. It's a different kind of gentler. I don't want to use the word pussification, but it's
I like that word.
But it's definitely a better atmosphere for growing a business. I think. I think the younger guys,
the younger ones,
have just not been addressed correctly yet to see what they want to do. I think that we, as the bar-owning guys out there, have to start really figuring out what the younger guys want to be involved in, along with the older guys. The bar business is always 8 to 80. It's always everybody's in. But we stopped a long time ago when the baby boomers are such a wide swath of people that we stopped catering to the next group. And even your Generation Xers and the guys that grew up in the 80s, they still kind of conform to the same platform. The new guys, I don't have any idea yet. I really don't. Like 23 to 26, 20 to 26, really haven't. They're done with Absolute. You know what I'm saying? They're done with that's your father's vodka. And me and you remember Absolute being like the next big.
That was the biggest thing since sliced bread.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna drink this. So they have there was a period where guys were drinking Pabst Blue Ribbons because it was their retro beer. Like nobody wants retro now. They want something new, something that's theirs, something that belongs to them.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear about your grandpa's Alabama Slammer. They want to hear about what you got from him, And frankly, I would like them to share that with me so I can accommodate them. And I'm just not smart enough to get my finger on that pulse anymore. And I see a girl with a little girl come to the bar and she's got on a Led Zeppelin T-shirt, a Hello Kitty wristwatch, a Rolling Stones tattoo, and she's got the boots that Madonna would have wore. Simply, this child's confused. But I
gotta love him.
Are you all things? Can you be all things to everybody? What do the guys that are 22 want right now? So please engage me so I can bring that to the nightlife. The fossils like me, we're going to be out there in the dark regardless. We just like being out.
Yeah.
And one day, those 22-year-old guys right now will be the fossils that are out all night. I got to figure out how to get them to be out all night now.
Right. I guess it's finding a band that they like, or maybe a DJ that's popular. Something along those lines.
As cool as
karaoke. Do they still like karaoke?
Yeah, we're gonna try that. That's something. But is the karaoke facilitator strong enough to understand the next group too?
Right.
It's different. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna master it. That's what I do.
Well, you're the master anyway. You're the bar master.
Thanks.
I'm serious. You've been, like I said, you've been around for a very long time. Bar has an impeccable reputation. Never hear anything bad going on there.
Yeah.
You don't hear about the drug dealers. You don't hear about, there was just shooting in the bar or fights. And of all the years that I've known you, I've never heard any of these things. Yeah. And that's amazing because I guess as kind of big, I'm a little on the taller side and I'm a little on the pudgier side too, but I've thrown out a few people myself, and it's, and we don't hear these things going on in your bar, and that's amazing. That totally is just right there is
good,
amazing.
I got good help. Always have really good guys working for me. It's like I feel bad for other guys. I always got good guys working for me.
Yeah.
Even if you got a bad seed and they got committed to, the rest of the truth, train them, fix them right there.
Yeah.
We'll be fixing this one, or they'll be gone. And it hasn't happened that often. You got to wait till somebody dies to get a spot there. It's a good spot.
My friend's like, why are you playing Mr. Beery's? I said, I couldn't work for him. I go, he's a hard ass. I said, he'll destroy me. But I don't want to bartend anymore, so. What bartender has stayed with you the longest?
Oh, let's see. It seems that we got a couple we've had quite a few 10-year runs. I think Irene is there. She's probably there close to 20 now. Laura's there at least 17.
Wow.
That
was a T-bone select.
Renee's 7. Longo's there for 7 years, 10 years. He's the sound guy. My son's been there his entire life, like every day. Monty's been there, 4 or 5 years now. Like nobody leaves. You gotta wait. We've got a spot for you. We got a new girl, Julia Gulia. She's incredible. She's a brand new fit to the family, and she really does fit in there. Who else? Who am I missing? That might be everybody that's over there right now.
Didn't you have another place too?
I got a place in East Rockaway called
the
Mr. Beery's Village Pub. That's over there. That's supported by Joey and Cynthia and Tom and who else are we missing on that one? Kevin. And Kevin, who's also works at Mr. Beery's and Beth Page. So we got another good crew. Like that one's doing great too. There's we don't do as much music over there.
Right. It's more of a bar.
It's in a neighborhood of however many people live there. It's on Main Street. It's the local pub in the town. It's perfect. It's
right at the corner. You can walk to it.
Walk right down the block there, and it's a pretty tight knit little neighborhood. And once in a while we'll have a band in there, or a DJ, or what do you call it?
Right.
Bring some new people in, and the new people that show up fit right in with everybody. It's a really really chill place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I almost left that town. I was in another place where the landlord and I were not seeing eye to eye, and I packed my shingle and went down the block and took this place because I really am smitten with the town of East Rockaway.
Yeah,
You know,
what's
they're
so special?
It's just a good group of guys. You know, just where you if you didn't grow up in Levittown, you go to Levittown by the Bay, which is East Rockaway. You just get in. You know, it's so reminiscent of where I come from.
All right.
It's
So it brings back memories of some sort.
yeah, it's good. It's a good spot. You know, good guys, working guys, tight knit guys.
Close to the train station.
Close to the train station.
That's good too.
It's
That's right there.
Yeah, it's
Right,
really
you got it right there.
it's really a perfect kind of spot.
You step off the train and you go have a cocktail.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back. ALJ Service Center, 2100 Belmore Avenue in Belmore. Ray and the crew have an outstanding reputation in the Belmore community, built by hard work, honesty, and professionalism. ALJ specializes in computer diagnostics for today's modern automobiles. Whether it's domestic or foreign, ALJ assures your vehicle is at peak performance when it leaves. ALJ also offers expert restoration and repair on vehicles as well as antique, classic, and muscle cars. Call ALJ for your automotive needs. 516-409-4433. Once again, that number is 516-409-4433.
This is Jerry Ann Casola. She has just finished working on a collection of short stories about the love and joy rescue animals can bring. Each chapter contains a message about how people should and could be kinder to animals. The book is rated G, meaning family friendly. To order Life in the Pits, send $13 to paypal.me/Jerryann Casola. Welcome to Tristan Morris Photography. We specialize in weddings, sweet 16s, and events of all kinds. Our highly trained team of photographers and videographers customize each shoot specifically for your event. Large or small, indoors or out, trust Tristan Morris Photography to show you and yours in the best light. Call today for your appointment at 516-541-6000. That's 516-541-6000. And enjoy our website at tristanmorrisphotography.com.
Pit of Our Souls, a nonprofit animal rescue that deals primarily with pit bulls but will never turn away any dog, no matter what breed or size. Their primary focus is not only to rescue and rehome those in need, but to educate and rehabilitate to prevent the cycle from continuing. Pit of Our Souls offers boarding, training, and as much assistance as possible to those in need. Call Pit of Our Souls 516-308-6221 or check out their website www.pitofoursoulsrescue.com. And we're back with Mr. Steve Beery. So as we were talking about the bar business, now do you manage everything yourself, or do you have a manager at each place?
I'm really I'm very removed from the other kind of manager over there in East Rock, and I'm trying to let these guys handle it themselves over here a little more. I've been 24/7 for 26 years. I don't got to do it anymore. I really don't have to.
A little burnt too.
It's not even burnt. It's just that there's a natural order. Circle of life, man. It's time for me to allow what I planted to grow on its own. It's definitely at a point where,
It runs itself.
well, I wouldn't say it runs itself. It needs the love of everybody that's there. It takes a village, man. This is not anything you're going to do by yourself.
No.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm at that point where, handling the guys I got to handle and the things I have to do, I can do without being in the place all the time. And, I'm not going to say I'm ever in the way. I'm just never going to be the guy who gets in the way.
Right.
Okay, now it's time for me to go and, if you've been following my career at all, I like to get involved in other stuff and try to learn something new and move along. And right now I'm pushing 60 now. Like I am going to be 60 years old this year, and I'm ready to start thinking about a new adventure. That doesn't mean that I'll ever leave what I do.
Right.
But I will take on a different role now because I want to. I want to see, this Beery keep growing. It's been
What do you got in mind? What do you want to do for the rest of your life?
I don't know if we're gonna. I would like to engage in the food side of this. There's a kitchen in East Rockaway I haven't gotten open yet, so I'd like to maybe just take over that spot and do that, and let the bar part do what it's got to do. I don't know right now. It's
Can you cook? Is the question.
There's a that that will be something that gets answered soon enough.
Okay.
I don't want to be saying that this is going to be an easy endeavor. I can cook for me. I might be able to whip up some hot dogs for me and you, but once you start getting down to throwing out 30 plates for somebody, I may not be able to handle that. So we'll kind of ease into that a little bit.
Nah, I think you can handle it. You're resourceful. You'll scream at somebody to do it for you.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends, they're like, I don't know why I want to go out. I don't think I want to go out. It's always so expensive. Why can't I just get like a 6-pack and stay home? Because if I go out, it's going to be like $7 a
Well,
beer.
you can, and this is take that argument the other way. When a guy looks at me and goes, "Hey, a Heineken $6? Heineken $6? Okay, A, they're not $6 anymore, and B, you can drink that in your garage for free. It'll cost you $1.37 a bottle to drink by yourself in the safety of your garage with your impact wrench and your jack. But if you'd like to go out where there's people, some of them being of the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on what you're in the mood for, not really my cup of meat, but whatever you'd like to do is cool with me. And you can do all of that and more at your local tavern. Okay, where there's somebody there. If you don't know anybody, there's a bartender to introduce you. Some of the flavors you have on hand aren't adequate, he can find them for you. If you'd like a napkin and a clean spot to sit in, rather than your own filth, this is why we have entertained the thought of a tavern. All of the good stuff that goes with the extra $4 you pay for that beer, come with your own stool, someone to clean up after you.
And you never know what the person next to you is going to say after a couple of drinks.
Right. So there's no. If you're not a social guy, please don't come. If you'd like to become a social guy, come down, and I will help you get to be one. Maybe you have some limited skills in the social settings. I will be happy to guide you through them and help you become a social butterfly per se.
You are social. You are very social.
Yeah,
Unreal.
That's the part you want. That's why we took this
Yeah.
job in the first place.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't do the social much now. It's very different when I go out. It's like I will go to a restaurant. I will spend $16 for a damn glass of wine, and my friends are like, "You're freaking out of your mind. You can get a bottle of wine for $16." You know, it comes out of my mouth. Who spends $16 on a freaking bottle of wine? Because I ain't drinking that shit. Yeah, they call me wine snob, but
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. And I do go out with my laptop because, you know, I have other avenues, you know, like I wrote a book. I have one in here that I'm still working on. And sometimes I just want to have a couple of glasses of wine. I want my laptop. And I will just open up a map of some sort and I will go like this and I'm going to that town and I'll just beeline out with the laptop because I can feel the itch to write, so I'm going to go and do this. And most of the times it's very quiet and it's nice and it's a very pleasurable day. Bartender doesn't really bother me, nobody bothers me. And then there are times where I just want to take the laptop and rap somebody in the face with it. It's amazing. There are times that I want to be social, and then there are times they think I'm antisocial, and I'm not. And I don't know how to portray that. I'm just here to work. Got any suggestions on that one?
Yeah. When you want to work, you go to a place like Mr. Beery's.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can look around your surroundings and pick out all the other people that are having a great time and write about them.
Well, that's where usually my monthly column came from. When I worked at T-Bones, I could write my column for Full Throttle in, I would say, about 5 minutes flat. Yeah, because there was always something going on.
Whatever happened to T-Bone?
He sold out. Rent was reasonable. Then I believe the guy upped his rent, and it was unreasonable. He closed the place down, and there's still nothing there. And we're talking, this is years later, and he's in, I believe, Carolina now, Myrtle.
Good guy.
They always wanted to go to Myrtle. They always liked it down there. They were always the sun people and, you know, the pool people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're down there now.
He's a very clever guy, so I'm sure he's doing fine, whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Shout out to T-Bone.
Yeah, shout out to T-Bone. I haven't spoken to him or his wife in a while. It's a shame. I see them on Facebook here and there, and I get to wave. And
He was a good drummer, wasn't he?
yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, he played around too. So what does Mr. Beery's have coming up?
Coming up.
Coming
You don't
up?
mind if I look, do you? Cause
No, of course.
that make it way easier. My sound guy, Mikey Longo, sent me a whole list of things that'll be going on at the legendary Mr. Beery's.
The legendary.
Legendary Mr. Beery. Thursday, of course, of this week will be open mic. Friday is Freezer Burn it's a pop punk playlist. They do stuff a lot of cover stuff of all different pop and punk things. Saturday, Armed and Dangerous. They're a rock and roll show. Banners on Vietnam annual Black Friday show. That's a whole bunch. That's 10 bands doing all original stuff, and this is what year is this? This is like the 11th year it is, and it's unbelievable. It's a great night. It's the Friday after Thanksgiving, and the place is a madhouse filled with great musicians, great people, great times, and for my good friend Will Fortman, who runs that event, some brown beer, because he likes that.
Brown beer,
some
like
brown
Guinness?
beer.
Like a Guinness brown
Not like
beer?
a brown ale, like a, what does he usually like? He usually likes the, whatever's brown. Whatever happens to be coming in that year, that year, that's the brown ale.
Okay.
This Wednesday, we usually do the guys from Blue Velvet on Wednesday, but they're taking a little hiatus. So Stefan's out with Papa Chubby, so he won't be around for a while. The night before Thanksgiving, that's next Wednesday, is going to be a complete zoo, which is going to be us all coming home and spending some quality time in a tavern. No live music that night.
No?
No. February 16th for those guys, and especially you, who probably want to plug this year on your own. February 16th is the annual cystic fibrosis fundraiser, which we have, at this point, we may be able to say goodbye to CF soon, because They've located the gene that causes it. They've got some new drugs that are stopping people, and everyone's living longer, and they're able to cure stuff without lung operations. And there's way too much science to go into for me on a show with a short time. But
You'll confuse me.
one day I'd like to come back and just talk about that for an hour.
Sure.
I don't know how much more time we got. I got Christmas shows on the 13th, 14th, and 21st of December. One last thing. One thing I want to just get in, if I can squeeze something in, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
I'm really going out now. I'm like a regular guest. Now I'm acting like a guest. Where is she? There's a.
You're not regular, that's for damn sure.
We have a thing going on December 1st for our longtime friend, Captain Scott Brutus Johnston. He's a 30-year member of the Levittown Fire Department, Rebels drill team. He's also a 22-year-old member of the New York Police Department. Scotty was diagnosed with 9/11 related metastatic melanoma cancer. It's awful. We're going to try to raise some money and provide support for his family, the whole Johnson family. That's on the 1st of December. Now, if you get there in the first hour, okay, I think it starts at 2 to 7. If you get there between 3 and 4, there's going to be a power hour. You come in, you drop a 20 on the bar, and then you get to have draft beer until the next hour. So it's just so we get some money raised up. I'm going to donate that because I think this is a really important cause for this is like one of those things. We need to get something right away for a guy who's very, very sick. He's got 7 daughters. We'll take whatever we can get. You can send any donations you might have to Tommy Ryan at the Levittown Fire Department. That's 120 Gardeners Avenue in Levittown.
Do they have a GoFundMe set up?
The GoFundMe, what they got is they have Battle for Brutus, the hashtag that Battle for Brutus and fundraiser Levittown. This is where you can hashtag all this stuff. But I think that all of the donations are going to have to go through to the fire department. We never had a chance to set this up for them. This is kind of fast and furious. So without making it any clearer than that, we need you to come that day or send your donation immediately, and as we can find out more information, we'll start a GoFundMe and all of that nonsense. But right now, this is kind of an immediate gratification part of the journey. It's 2 weeks, be there, and hand them over a pile of dough.
Well, you got to start posting a lot on Facebook.
Yeah, you know what? Truly, Jerry, this has just come to our attention in the past 3 days. Like we had no beat on this until then, and so we're trying to put this together as fast as we can. This is a guy out there who he's in a little trouble. We want to help. We want our guys to help. The fire department. There's plenty of firemen listening right now. There's plenty of police officers listening right now. You know who you are. You know why we're doing this. Scotty's a good dude.
Did they come to you?
Guy.
Did they come to you for the benefit, or did you volunteer it?
He's he's in a community of guys that live and breathe through that tavern. So
okay.
It's everybody. Just hey, Scotty, we're in.
Okay. So that's December 1st, starting
1st.
at?
I believe it starts at 2.
2.
2 to 7. The power hour is 3 to 4. So if nothing else, if you don't know him and you just want to come and have a cocktail with us, I promise to put on my slowest bartenders. No way.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You come in and put a 20 on the bar for Brutus. We will make sure that you have plenty of accommodations.
Wow. That's, wow. Yeah, I'm going to skip that part.
Yeah.
I'll try to pop in after work. Yeah, we're going to skip that part.
I
foresee very bad happening. I'll be like, I drank 4 shots. I'm going to hurl.
You're not allowed, only beers. Come on. I don't want to get anyone sick.
I don't drink beer.
You just got to be a problem all the time. No matter when I see you, you got to be a problem.
Yep. But I do remember dancing on your bar, and I do remember collecting a lot of raffle tickets.
Yeah.
I sold those 200 tickets out friggin' fast, man.
That event is coming up on February 16th.
I don't think I can climb to get onto the bar anymore.
Yeah.
I was helped up. It was easy. Getting down was a little problem. Now I can't even foresee me even getting up on the bar.
If you're higher than a matchstick, I'm not going to climb over you now. I'm
No.
truly in a different part of my life. I
They're like,
understand.
how you want to buy a raffle?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was up there screaming like a lunatic.
Yeah,
Get over here, give me some money! Usually works. Give me money.
Yeah.
And the bullhorn, wah, screaming, yelling.
So many weird toys that go on in there that have happened. Somebody was telling me the other day, you know what I just found online?
Uh-oh.
An Osama bin Laden pinata. I said, I think that was 96. Okay, so Cuban made it. He made the. We had one of those in the bar for the CF fundraiser. We built it. That's probably that can't be. It's got to be 2002 maybe. This thing's been going on for 24 years this year. This is the 24th year. Think about that. Not only are we got an event that has gone on for 24 years. Sometimes I forget to pat us on the back.
Well, you should pat yourself
I don't
on
want
the
to
back.
brag, but 24 years is one fundraiser with us.
Yeah. You've raised a lot of money for the cause, and it's an awesome thing. You got some cool things that you're giving out,
Yeah, I don't know who's giving us what this year or how it's gonna go, but I know that the Chinese auction's always filled with tons of stuff and
stuff.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
stuff.
Some guys just leave it there. We end up raffling it off at the first event of the of March, but like holy cow, there's so much good things, so many good things. People make us baskets, and there's always some cool swag from somebody, and there's a lot of generous. Yeah.
I love swag.
What I say to everyone is, come up here, take this prize, and don't worry. Tomorrow, after you're done playing with it, we'll throw it out for you because no one ever brings anything home. It was a Jack Daniels sign we raffled off 11 times. It's still in the basement. It's all dented up. I will eventually give it to the one guy who bought a ticket for it the last time, just because I don't want it in the basement anymore.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
How about how did you pick the location?
I worked there. I was, I bartended at the Peacock.
Yeah.
And when they went out, it was closed a year, and I ended up taking it over. So I've been in that building since like 1984. So,
That's a lot of years.
yeah, so I was the bartender in that building. Then I bought it. So I was there. I've been there since I was, in my 20s, early 20s.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just really wow.
Yeah, like 35 years of that place. If those walls could talk, it would say, Jesus, this guy lost a lot of hair.
Yeah. A fly on the wall. If the walls can talk, forget it. A lot of wild times, huh?
Yeah, it's a good place. It really is.
What's one of the most memorable times in that bar?
You know what? Countless music moments in there. Countless, things that happen. That if you're a musician, you get to see just some moments of magic happen on the stage, where guys get together. There's like Rob Rincon playing the trumpet, doing Miles Davis, Richie Rodriguez coming in and just playing conga with Rainbow Trout and killing it.
I've seen you sing.
Yeah, there is that. What's his name? Kerry Carney and Bobby Sexton knock it out of the park. Kerry Carney and Guy Valek this year at, what do you call it? The more than 1,000 times, Playing Dead's been there. The Will Forthman show is incredible every year for 10 years. You could, if it was musical, singling things out, you could spend all night just there's guys that have read, the guys from what do you call it? We had what's his name in there from? Why am I drawing a blank?
Because you're old.
Yeah, I am old.
So am I.
The guy, I'm not even going to go there. Robert Gordon's been there. Randy Jackson's been there. Countless guys of that nature. Who's the guy I can't think of?
I don't know. Who's the guy I
Really
can't think
getting
of?
to me now from, jeez.
What does he play? What type of music?
Plays guitar. Kim Simmons from Savoy Brown was in there. Savoy Brown was in there one night. Guys that just Uncle Floyd's been there.
Oh my God.
All the kids that are anybody on Long Island all played there when they were in their socks. It's really a magical stage at this point. Everybody's been on it. If you have not been on the stage at Mr. Beery's, you do not exist.
I have been on your stage.
Yeah,
Holding a bucket and you were picking out the raffle tickets.
yeah. It just so many guys. Musically, it's unreal how much great stuff I've seen in there. Holy cow! The guys from Brothers Stump, starting out there a million years ago. Oh, I'm getting a little chilly.
Oh no.
Some of the newer punk guys that are great, just great stuff. Guys, last Saturday night, the one that just passed, there was 4 bands in there doing stuff I've never quite heard. 4 original acts, one better than the other. Won't say which direction, but they were incredible. I've been trying to leave there at a reasonable hour as of late, and I stayed the whole show till like 3:30, just digging on the music.
Yeah, that's the time I'm driving home. When I'm leaving my job, yeah. All right, we're going to take a commercial break and we'll wrap it up when we get back. ALJ Service Center, 2100 Belmore Avenue in Belmore. Ray and the crew have an outstanding reputation in the Belmore community, built by hard work, honesty, and professionalism. ALJ specializes in computer diagnostics for today's modern automobiles. Whether it's domestic or foreign, ALJ assures your vehicle is at peak performance when it leaves. ALJ also offers expert restoration and repair on vehicles as well as antique, classic, and muscle cars. Call ALJ for your automotive needs. 516-409-4433. Once again, that number is 516-409-4433.
This is Jerry Ann Casola. She has just finished working on a collection of short stories about the love and joy rescue animals can bring. Each chapter contains a message about how people should and could be kinder to animals. The book is rated G, meaning family friendly. To order Life in the Pits, send $13 to paypal.me/JerryAnn Casola. Welcome to Tristan Morris Photography. We specialize in weddings, sweet 16s, and events of all kinds. Our highly trained team of photographers and videographers customize each shoot specifically for your event. Large or small, indoors or out, trust Tristan Morris Photography to show you and yours in the best light. Call today for your appointment at 516-541-6000. That's 516-541-6000. 541-6000 and enjoy our website at tristanmorrisphotography.com.
Pit of Our Souls, a nonprofit animal rescue that deals primarily with pit bulls but will never turn away any dog, no matter what breed or size. Their primary focus is not only to rescue and rehome those in need, but to educate and rehabilitate to prevent the cycle from continuing. Pit of Our Souls offers boarding, training, and as much assistance as possible to those in need. Call Pit of Our Souls 516-308-6221 or check out their website www.pitofOurSoulsRescue.com.
And we're back with Mr. Steve Beery. So, my friend, as we were reminiscing down memory lane here, have you had like any disasters go on in the bar? Just pure mayhem and nothing going right?
You know what? If we did, if we ever did, I wasn't there, and I'm sure my bartenders would have told me about it.
So it's you had a good run.
Yeah. If ever that was going to be something we would discuss, it would be over a cocktail in a bar stool, but never on the radio. So the answer to your question is
Everything runs right.
everything runs smoothly no matter what. Yeah.
It's hard to pull stuff off though sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Again, if you don't make alcohol, don't make anybody any smarter. But if you got a crew that understands that going in, all of your problems are solved before they become problems. That's really the way to do it. You got a guy that, if a guy looks like shit and smells like shit, he's probably shit. Get rid of him early. Like, why let him be among the regular people? Now, you got to go, man. And it's not that he's always a bad guy. Just, hey, today ain't your day.
Today's not your day.
Yeah. And that'll keep, I have really excellent help that understand this better than anybody. Hey, man, we're not gonna wait till this becomes a problem. Just let's go, man. Something hits the floor, you sweep it up.
Fast.
Something something smells unsavory, you put it outside. Anything that you would do in any normal situation, that's what we do in order to prevent it from escalating into anything. And that's from as far as somebody missing the toilet to somebody, using bad language. Okay, there's a point where we'll accept anything, and there's a point where we'll accept nothing.
Right.
Okay, move it along.
I mean, if you're gonna slip up and F-bomb here and there, that's one thing.
Cares.
But
nobody's listening to your stuff. When you start making other people uncomfortable, or anything in the surroundings that makes you uncomfortable, we're gonna take care of that. That's gone. It's already finished. We knew. You didn't have to become uncomfortable because my guys already took care of it. You didn't know that the glass hit the floor. We swept it up. You didn't know that the guy over here wasn't going to act unacceptably. We already got rid of him. He already left. He already went home, and he's already been invited back. He'll be here tomorrow, and he'll be apologizing accordingly to all of you folks that he might have offended. No, it's having the right people is really essential, and I can't thank the people that I've had for the past 26 years enough, and that's every single one, every group, and they come in groups. Like there's an era about the guys, and we have to adjust for those times changing in the bar business more regularly than anything else. Like we're like a haircut.
I remember you guys were opening at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, because we're open in there because guys still work overnights.
Yeah,
there are still guys out there that work really hard until 7 in the morning, and their weekend begins Friday morning at 7 o'clock. And not Friday night at 7 o'clock. Friday morning at 7 o'clock, it's over. Well, you worked in the operating room overnight, or the hospital. Had a grueling 12-hour shift. You know what you want to do?
You want to have a cocktail.
Right.
You want to have a cocktail, yeah.
This is not rocket. This is something that we seem to put some kind of social pariah on because we drink during. No, we drink during because we work during the night, and nobody should be denied a cocktail. When did that become something that was so bad? Having a cocktail is a good thing. I think the whole world's 2 cocktails behind.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's all these yahoos that are out there. My kid never does anything wrong, and you should talk to your child like he's your best friend. He's your peer, not your child. You know how it goes. It all starts with those yahoos.
Yeah. I remember being a child and I saying, "Hey, Dad, why can't I drink? You drink." And he said, "'Cause you can't."
And that's a good enough reason.
That was a good enough reason. And when I could.
If my mother got up from where she was, I knew I was going to be dead. I knew death was coming, or it was going to be slow and painful. Answering my mother back, forget it. Oh, these kids now are horrible. I think that has a lot to do with a lot of things that are going on out there. But we're not going to get political. No, definitely not. All right, my friend, we are out of time. So one more time, December 1st is your...
Yes, that's the
fundraiser.
That's the fundraiser for Brutus. Scott Johnson. That's going to be a great event, and I hope everyone makes it out. There's not a lot of times you're going to get some free beer, so stop in.
Jerry will skip the power hour because Jerry does not drink beer.
Okay, but you can come in for the. There's other points of the day that might help you.
Yes, I would think so.
A lot of eligible bachelors.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, anyone around my age group?
They're firemen. They're from 8
I
to
like
80.
firemen. Will they be in uniform?
No, I don't think so. I think
damn it.
You'll have to see what they look like at the next event.
That's cool. Works for me. You never know, Steve. You might find me somebody. I've been alone a little bit too long. It's getting bad out there.
I don't know why you're alone.
Things happen. We'll keep it at that. Okay. I'm good, though. Anyway, we're out of time. Next week, I have John Nistico. He's coming on, and he's a first responder, 9/11 first responder. See you guys next week. Have a great week.